YouTube, welcome back here to the channel and Madden 25. We are back here with the Win and Steal franchise here with the Carolina Panthers. Pretty simple. You win the game, you get a chance at the top 10 best players of the team that you beat, and it's all randomized by a wheel. Every game of the week that happens. So we are going to start in the transaction tab this week to show you all the big moves that happened last week. We are in the transactions. There was one really big one. Eagles lose Johnson, their tackle. I'm blanking on his first name, and I don't know why. Lane Johnson. They lose him to the Saints. The second one was Antoine Winfield, the safety from the Buccaneers, goes to the Broncos. And then the other ones were kind of like a mid-level type of move. It definitely made some teams better, such as the Packers get Tyler Boyd, so they get some solidification of their receivers. Other than that, though, there wasn't really any big ones. Najee Harris goes from the Steelers to the Chargers, so maybe he demands that backfield now. So I'll just go ahead and scroll slowly so you can see the other ones. Ernest Jones gets traded to the 49ers. That helps out. So he's going to be with Fred Warner in that linebacker room. Devin Witherspoon goes to the Dolphins. So he's opposite of Ramsey. Because I don't believe that he has been traded yet. So it's interesting to see these. Dallas Turner is no longer a Viking. He actually goes to the Texans, which is kind of ironic since the Vikings sent Danielle Hunter down there and took Grenard, and now they send Dallas Turner there too to give them another pass rusher. So you see the Tyler Boyd, Wyatt Teller, Mike Williams. So those are kind of the trades. Like I said, nothing like really groundbreaking, but the Packers get better. The Chargers get another stable running back in that running back room. Some offensive linemen shift spots. The Lions get another safety in Jalen Thompson, which they don't really need. So those are the transactions for week 4. All right, we are back here, ready to hop into the game. I just said week 4. Those were the week 3 games. We are currently in week 4, and we take on the Bengals, who received Frankie Louvu from the Commanders. So they got another linebacker in the mix there as well to help that defense, which isn't that great. Also, another one, if you didn't notice, the Chiefs beat the Falcons last week and ended up getting Pinion, their punter. Defense gets on the field first here to face off Joe Burrow. He is leading the league right now currently in passing yards. So he is having a great start to the year. Mike Gesicki is still there in Cincinnati. He ends up dropping the pass. It looks like they went and signed Mike Thomas from free agency. So they bolstered their receiving core as well. This time Gesicki brings it in for a gain of 9. So we are going to come up with an early third down that's going to be pretty impactful to the game. We're going to bring a blitz. They had the running back on the wheel route, but DJ Wanham gets home. They're going to punt. As you notice on the screen, if you are new to the channel, we had to move Deontay Johnson to the injured reserve list, and so we have Thielen as our number 1 receiver, and we have Justin Herbert as our gunslinger now. We still have Bryce Young. However, we beat the Chargers in week 2, so we ended up being able to take him from the Chargers. So that's where we're at there with our quarterback situation. Bryce Young was playing okay, but to get a superstar in Herbert is going to only magnify this offense even more. Last week We were missing Leggett as well. I'm pretty sure he's back this week. He got hurt in practice last week and was not able to play in the game. So Legett's out on the left. So our first drive is going pretty well here. We're going to see, so it looks like they're in a zone. We're going to be able to get Jonathan Brooks out in space. What a catch and what a throw. If that was Bryce Young, no joke, it's probably an interception. But Herbert is able to get it past the defender, and Jonathan Brooks with the focus. He did get an upgrade this past week, and I did put it on receiving back because that is his lowest and weakest spot right now. We give it to him. He's averaging 9 on 2 carries, so he has 18 yards here. The one thing that we haven't been doing is identifying the mic, and that's a very important piece to being able to, A, run the ball and pass protect. So I got to really slow down in the fact that we need to make sure that we do that in order to have the best chance here. So we're going to just go ahead and hand it off to Jonathan Brooks, and he's going to be stopped short, actually. So we have decision time here, and the coach wants to go for it, and I 100% agree here. We're going to rely on our rookie running back. We're going to run at their best player. And hopefully our left tackle can do his job. He did, but the interior of the line did not. So we actually turned the ball over here on downs, which is not great because obviously it's a turnover. But we were moving the ball so well there. And they're going to hit Jamar Chase on the first play to give them some room as well. They're backed up a little bit, so now the defense is kind of has let them out of that box a little bit. But a lot of it is I fell for the play action. They haven't ran the ball like at all. And here's the first one, and maybe they should just not do it anymore. What a play. Comes up, makes the tackle. I don't really know who that is. That's the one thing with everybody changing all the time. I really don't know who is who. It's hard to keep track of the people that we get and the people that we send and all that stuff. What a terrible angle. Is that Paulson Adebo? No, it was Robinson, the safety. He tried to make a play on the ball when he had no play on the ball. So that's frustrating. They let them off the hook. They throw it back out to Gesicki. Gesicki has 5 targets already. 3 catches for 55 yards for Gesicki. All right, our defense needs to come up with a stop just like theirs did here down in the red zone. I'm going to sit to take that chase away. They could have thrown it out to the flat. We could have got out there in plenty of time. They go empty again. They're going to go to Thomas. We're going to get a tackle there right on the catch. So no harm, no foul. We're going to go ahead and sit into a Tampa 2 here. Shaq Thompson in the middle with the young Wallace. And Wallace gives up a touchdown. Touchdown Bengals. All right, great return there from the special teams. We get it at the 47. We're going to go ahead to Jonathan Brooks. And my thumb slipped off the joystick. Otherwise, that was probably going to be a huge run. That's just a really unfortunate thing that happens. Offense needs to make sure we finish this drive here. The Bengals defense is not very good. They are 3-0. I don't think they've really gotten anybody super good defensively, and we can't even complete a screen pass, which is just not ideal. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL. And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a number 1 overall. We're going to go underneath to the tight end. We have 2 young tight ends that I really like. I like Tommy Tremble more, but he's the guy that's going on the deeper route there. It is 7-0 Bengals. Again, we weren't able to capitalize on our drive last time. We need to punch it in here, especially after the Bengals go down and score. But yeah, I can't remember exactly who the Bengals have gained or lost. But we get the ball to Jonathan Brooks, and there's Frankie Louvu. So that's the guy they picked up. He comes up and saves a tackle. 2 receptions for 55 yards for Jonathan Brooks, who is not a receiving back, as I mentioned before. That's his lower echelon of things that he does. So it's great to see him being able to make catches and being able to make plays after that. If Leggett stays on that, that's a touchdown as well. We're just not blocking very well today to start the game, which is pretty frustrating. We're going to go ahead and get it to Jonathan Brooks. We're going to dive for the corner. He's not going to get there. He's going to be short. They're going to mark him at the 1. And we're going to hurry up to the line. Justin Herbert's taking too long. I want to snap this. Short yards running is just not what we're going to be able to do on this defense. So we're going to go ahead and go play action. And we're going to hopefully find Tremble. We couldn't get it off to him because he got stuck. Just short yardage. We can't really do much on this defense, and I'm not 100% sure why. We're going to go ahead and get a toss out there. We still can't get into the end zone. All right, well, we got a 6'5" quarterback, and Jonathan Brooks is going back to the locker room. We do have Chuba Hubbard, and he has been pretty effective when he's had the chance to be. This is a long one, too. Chuba gets into the end zone. That's touchdown, Panthers. All right, so after our extra points, it showed broken ribs for Jonathan Brooks. So that's pretty much going to ruin his viable chances for Rookie of the Year and a development trait, which is very disappointing, especially with just how well he played. T. Higgins makes a catch. Just can't guard them right now. They do have a really good receiving core. Gesicki is a really solid tight end as well. We just need to be better. And we have 3 guys going with 1. Again, it's Jamar Chase, but yeah, let's not send 3 when we're in the zone. How about that? I'm still trying to figure out who's this. Is this Kamara? And they're just not using him? Throw it into traffic. They didn't know who it was going to. The ball falls incomplete. We're just going to have to continue to try to bring pressure, I think. Can we... Going to bring up 3rd and 3. Our alignment was all sorts of messed up there, but we ended up figuring it out. Can we still figure it out here? Okay, so they're bringing somebody in the backfield. They're going to hand it off. Are they going to show who that is ever? Defense gets a stop. They're going to settle for a field goal here. And it's drifting to the left. They miss it. The Bengals missed the field goal. Evan McPherson, who's struggling in real life currently, he struggles again here in Madden, and he misses. It was a deep kick, so it was like a 54-yard field goal. So it's not like something that you are guaranteed to make anyway. But so just because Chuba Hubbard is now the lead back does not mean that we do not run the football. That is kind of our identity, even though we do have one of the best quarterbacks in the league as Herbert. We just don't really have the receiving crew to be like a dominant throwing team. We're going to try to go a little play action, even though there is no play action involved. Roll out with Herbert, can't get it out. We're just not trusting anything right now. And again, it's kind of one of those things where we don't really have a trusting. We get hit and throw a pick. He's going to end up taking it all the way back, too, unless Herbert takes a good angle, which he does. That's so unfortunate. We had B wide open as I was trying to hit it. Herbert gets hit. and they're able to take it back to the 11. So just a very unfortunate series of events there, and the Bengals are going to get in. And it's Zach Moss in there. All right, after the interception, we are back on the field here. They punch in. They take advantage of the turnover and the great return by Dax Hill, and we go back to work. Offensive line is struggling. They're not like a great unit, but they're also not the worst unit. So we need to figure that out. And as Chuba Hubbard makes a great catch and breaks the tackle, he spins the wrong way. Why'd you spin that way? I'm trying to be better at using the not as many jukes, because it seems like they nerfed the juke pretty good from other Maddens.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter.
But the spin is broken. 14-7, 2-minute warning here in Carolina as we are facing the 3-0 Bengals.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Gonna go ahead, get it to Leggett. That's one of my favorite plays, actually. So we're gonna favor that. Just in case we need to go to something. So, minute 36. I forgot that it was under the 2-minute warning. We're not in like a big rush though, so I'm not too worried about the clock at this point in time. We're going to go back to that play. Jonathan Mingo is actually going to be the recipient of that one. We're going to let the clock go. There's 30 seconds left. I do have to remember that the runoff is ridiculous in this game. We're going to go out to Thielen. It's just underthrown. It's a good ball. It's a really good route. He wins off the line. Dax Hill's just able to get back there. 22 seconds left. We do have all 3 timeouts. We're going to get it out to Chuba. We're going to try to set up those blocks. Can we get to the corner of the end zone? He does. Second touchdown for Chuba Hubbard today in relief of Jonathan Brooks. The Panthers are on their way to tying it up. All right, defense out here. They look like they are just going to run it and be okay with, if they break one, they break one, and then taking it into halftime. It is 14-14, 2 undefeated teams. Teams that have gotten some pieces to help them grow their position players. All right, the game is teasing me a little bit because I just saw Jonathan Brooks on our sideline, but of course he is out with broken ribs. So Chuba Hubbard is going to start the half with a great run. Our O-line has been really good at run blocking. Pass blocking has been less desired, but we're able to do our job on the run game, and that's really what our identity is as we try to get it out to Tremble, and he drops it. What a ball by Herbert, and Tremble just drops the ball. Must have heard the footsteps from the safety and the guy he was guarding. Oh, that's so disappointing. Our left guard literally didn't block anybody. God. So not only do we drop for sure big play, right? We can't. It's not letting me do any of that. We're going to get it out to Hubbard on a screen. He's going to make a juke. It's going to make it 4th and 9, but it's not good enough, and another one of our linemen's hurt. So we have lost our starting running back, our starting left tackle, and then our starting right guard so far in this game. The injuries in Madden are ridiculous. Yeah, oh, it's center. Sorry, center. It's unbelievable. I lowered the injury slider to like 10, and we're still having 3 injuries in this game. It's insane. Their tight end sure not going to drop that. Can Fuller catch Gesicki? We need to take a good angle. We do get him down at the 5. Gesicki has been a major problem for us today. Injuries have been a big problem. Gesicki's been a big problem. We're in a position right now where we are struggling. We need to commit. And what the angle is that? Joe Burrow runs it in for the touchdown. Bengals take the lead. All right, offense back on the field here. I'm not going to lie, it's been a pretty frustrating game.
Down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Herbert.
Picked off yet again. That's not even Herbert's fault. The game just sucks. B.J. Hill just sits there and picks it off like he's better than a DB. Defense put in a precarious situation here. Need to find a way to get a stop. I thought they were going to go to Jamar for a touchdown because they probably had it, to be honest. We can't really guard them in zone, but we can't really guard them in man either. So we're kind of in a tough spot where their skill players are better than ours right now. So just got to go make the tackle. Good on J.C. Horn by going out and making the tackle. I was confused when Gesicki cut us, what was happening, but that makes sense. It was a screen pass. So again, we are two teams that are undefeated, 3-0, looking to continue that, and it looks like the Bengals are on their way to doing that as they get in again. They're going to make it a 14-point game. All right, offense on the field here. See if we can get a quick hitter to Jonathan Mingo. He's one of the faster receivers in the NFL. We do hit him. We might have thrown it one step too soon. He gets hit and drops it. That's really not on him. It's a tough catch. They're sitting on our screens now. All their D tackles are just the best players in the game. So this is a frustration call again. I didn't mean to call this, but we're going to throw it out to Leggett, see if he can go make a play. He comes down with it. What a play by the rookie. That is such a great, great play. We're in business. Give your guys a chance. Give them a chance. Go up and make a play. We're going to go head out to Chuba Hubbard. I'm just looking at the checkdowns right now. It's kind of insane. Chuba's going. Chuba's coming across. We should have Chuba right in the middle of that zone. He brings it in. Even Thielen might have been open on that one. Those routes are kind of dirty. In that formation. Sure we identify. Chuba Hubbard gets it again. He's going to fight forward for 4 yards.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Just under 3 minutes here left. Chuba gets caught by a quarterback or a linebacker for a big loss. I just don't understand how that linebacker is faster than a running back, but here we are. That setback was not ideal. Again, he senses the screen yet again, and we're in shambles right now offensively. T. Higgins on the catch. We nailed the field goal. 42-yard field goal, and it inches us closer, but again, doesn't, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't really matter. I don't know. Joe Burrow is just having his way with us. He's thrown 3 touchdowns. He's ran for the other touchdown. We can't guard their guys man-to-man. We can't guard them in a zone. And we can't stop Mike Gesicki, apparently. So Kendall Fuller is just going to get outran. Touchdown, Bengals.
They have had problems getting the running game in gear as we look through some of their attempts from earlier. They have just not been able to match the physicality that this defense has shown.
Offense starts. Herbert checks down to Chuba Hubbard. We just gotta go. We just.
Now it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right.
It's going to be 1 second left in the third quarter. We're going to have to run another one. It's going to be a 3rd and 1. Just because it's the end of the quarter. 3rd and 5. Why did I think it was 3rd and 1? Well, now we're just going to have to commit to this play and Chuba Hubbard finds a lot of space. It is 35-17. Bengals in the lead here late in the game. We're going to start the fourth quarter. Their defense has played really well. I talked a lot of trash about how it's not very good, and they've kind of shut me up. So it's one of those things where they played super well, and we have been just absolutely decimated with injuries. Jonathan Brooks is out with broken ribs. We have our starting center out with a dislocated ankle. We also lost our left tackle, who couldn't come back to the game. Chuba Hubbard with his 10th catch for 103 yards. Yeah, we've been throwing to our running backs a lot. Even when Jonathan Brooks was in today, we threw it to him quite a bit of times. It's just one of those things that have been working, and we've been checking down a lot. 30 gets in for his third touchdown today. He's been a bright spot after the Brooks injury. It's going to be 35-24. All right, down 11. Defense needs to find a way to get a stop here. Joe Burrow is in the zone, which is not ideal. I don't really... Can we just make a tackle? Okay, we can't guard a man, so let's try zone. I guess it's probably not going to be much better, but they're going to run the ball. We're going to get to him in the backfield. That's the one thing. They have not been able to run the ball at all today. So it's been a plus. And as I say that, they just part the Red Seas and they get a big run. If they get points, it's got to be the field goal. They got to get the field goal back that we got 2 possessions ago. But we just need to make sure that we can stop the run because their run game is not very good. So we just need to make sure that we do that, and we need to get a stop here pretty quickly so we have time to get 2 more possessions. Because at this rate, they're taking a boatload of time off the clock, and we're going to not have the time to be able to answer all these points. They're going to go ahead and go to the screen. Zach Moss is going to get tackled. It's going to be 3rd and 8. I love how our defensive line doesn't know when the screen's coming, but theirs just, the best in the world. So T. Higgins makes the catch. He also breaks the tackle. Please be a holding call. Roughing the passer. Unbelievable. Gets it even closer to the goal line. It is half the distance to the goal. Now we can't sit in zones. We got to go all out here. And it's going to be under 5 minutes left in the game. So it's going to come down to us getting a onside kick. He's been averaging 3 yards a carry. Their run game is not very good.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Thank you. Take it to the house. Go, JC. Go, JC. Go, JC. Go, JC. Go, JC. Nobody's going to catch him. JC Horn with the huge pick 6 from end zone to end zone. The Panthers have life. All right. After that huge play, we did not convert the 2-point conversion. Bengals get the ball back. Joe Burrow is out of the zone after the interception. So we need to get another stop. Then our offense needs to be productive and get us down to score a touchdown. Field goal does us no good at this point in the game with the time remaining. I'm shocked that they're just still going to the air constantly. I mean, I know it's Joe Burrow, but and if they're getting completions, I guess it makes sense because they're not stopping the clock with incompletions and different things like that. They go to a toss play. We have both of our safeties over there. I don't know what just happened. It bugged out for some reason. We're going to go ahead and hard flat it because they've been throwing a lot of flats. So we're going to have to get depth first and then hopefully sit in the flats come across the ton. That's going to be the 2-minute warning. I'm going to let it get down. No, I'm going to stop. Oh, actually, it's an injury timeout. Another injury? Is that DJ Wanham? Yep, sure was. We can't get any pressure, man. All right, after a 2-minute warning here, it just showed that DJ Wanham has a fractured foot. So he is also out for an extended period of time. We're going to use our timeouts early here. All right, we need one more stop here. They're going to throw it out to Gesicki. It's going to be incomplete. So they not only throw it, it's incomplete. They don't pick up the first down. It stops the clock, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do. They're going to come out and go for it. They're going to throw it to Gesicki again, and he's going to be stopped. The Panthers get the ball back. We don't have any timeouts, which is going to be the big issue. I don't understand the runoff in this game. So we're going to go deep to Thielen. And why was that? Okay. I guess whoever that is just much better than me. I thought we had him wide open. We're going to go deep. We're going to give Mingo a little chance. He's not going to be able to come up with it either. So we are now in a position where it is 3rd and 10. We're going to get it to Mingo. We're going to have to hurry up here. We can go to that same play. I really like that play. Thielen needs to beat Frankie Luvu. I know Thielen's not fast in his old age right now, but my God, it's Frankie Luvu for crying out loud. Try to fit it in. The throw was there. Tommy Tremble can't come up with it. 3rd and 10. 1:10 left. We don't need the full 10 here. It is 4-down territory. Legette's going to get the first down. Do we get out of bounds? It looks like we did, which is a huge development here in this particular part and phase of the game. They're going to give us the middle of the field, which at this point is fine. We have a minute left. Down to 43 seconds. We're going to get this comeback route out to Mingo. He's going to get out of bounds. We have 36 seconds left. It's 1st and goal. This opens up a whole lot of things that we can do. They're probably going to think that we're just going to continue to try to throw the football. So we're going to go ahead and fit in a run here, which did not work very well. Why was there so much runoff? What in the heck? That was a double pass. I had no idea. That's insane. All right, well, 3 seconds. This is the game. This is the game right here. We have Legette. Touchdown, Panthers. In the waning seconds, we do a double pass without me knowing. We have 3 seconds left, and we get the rookie on a drag route. As time expires, Xavier Legette finds the end zone. Panthers pull off the comeback and win by 1. Since we skipped the box score, we'll go ahead and look here. 319, 2 TDs and 2 picks. Both picks, not his fault. I'm not worried about the 2 picks. He got hit on an open receiver, which then threw it right to the linebacker, and then a D tackle just phased into our screen and picked it off. So I am not worried about those 2 picks whatsoever. Rushing, Chuba Hubbard averaged 7.6, and he had 2 touchdowns. Brooks, 9 for 29 while he was in. He didn't really do well, but it wasn't terrible. He would have got going just like Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard, 11 for 113 to lead our receiving, 94 run after catch. A lot of those were screens. He did get another touchdown there. Leggett, 4 for 67 and a touchdown. Jonathan Brooks had 3 for 64 while we were in there. Mingo also had those 3 catches on that one play alone. Thielen, I mean, we targeted him a bunch, and he just couldn't make plays. Defensively, Xavier Woods led the team with 9 tackles. He had 1 tackle for loss, 8 for Shaq Thompson, 7 for Wallace. So our 2 middle backers are playing super well together. 2 tackles for loss for Thompson, 3 for Wallace. We only had 2 sacks, 1 for DJ Wanham, who went down with an injury, and then a half apiece for Clowney and Thompson. No interceptions, no turnovers for the bank. Yes, we had an interception. J.C. Horn, the interception, 106 yards to really flip the momentum of the game. Before we get into the spin for who we get from the Bengals, Austin Corbett, dislocated ankle, out 7 weeks. Deontay Johnson, dislocated hip. He's been out for a couple weeks. He's still out for 4 more. Terrence Marshall, another young receiver that I really like, broke his finger. He's out for 2 more weeks. And foot fracture for DJ Wanham. He is out for 4 weeks. So injury bug is hitting us hard. All right, so here's the wheel. We have Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Joe Tooney, Trent Brown, Trey Hendrickson, T. Higgins, Luke Wilson, Joseph Tavai, Geno Stone, and is it Garrett Pratt? So realistically, I would like either receiver, and that would probably be it to be in it. Maybe Stone. I would take Stone too. And here goes the spin. And we land on Pratt. Middle linebacker, he's 28. This is probably worst case scenario, to be honest with you. Jermaine Pratt is going to be a Panther. So I'll get that done. I'll get the other trades done, and you will get to see the rest of the trades on the next episode. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in to the video. I hope you enjoy this series as much as I do. I truly enjoy all the changing that happens, especially because it makes it taking this game a little less serious, because that means more change in the league and different things like that. So the Panthers move to 4-0. The Bengals fall to 3-1. And we get their middle linebacker, Jermaine Pratt, who will probably be sitting on our bench. But as always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.